Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Ash Freeman and today we're going to be gently opening into those hips by using a series of longer holds as well as some little flows in there as well. For today, I'll just be using a block and a cushion. If you don't have a block, don't worry too much. Just maybe grab yourself a couple extra cushions from around the house. And apart from that, just a nice safe and flat space for your yoga mat. As always, you know your body best, so continually listening, continually checking in and modifying or taking breaks whenever you need. When you're ready, let's get moving. Okay, beautiful friends, we are going to get started seated today on our mats with the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. Option to sit up onto a block or a cushion. It'll just give you a little bit more space throughout your hips. And then taking hold of your shins or your ankles here as we find a little bit more spaciousness and lift up through the length of the spine, feeling the shoulders drawing down and away from the ears. And from here, can we just find a little more brightness and openness through the front of the heart, the collarbones and the chest. And as you do, creating just a little more length in the back of the neck, feeling a slight tuck of the chin here. And then just softening your belly, softening your face. We'll begin with 3 breaths here. So when you're ready, joining me, inhaling through the nose for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4. Slight hold at the top of the breath. Open the mouth, smooth sigh out for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the nose or the mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. In for 1, 2, 3, 4, feeling the full expansion of the chest and the heart. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Easy breath in through the nose. And easy breath out as we begin to fold forward, taking the fingertips or the palms down onto the mat. On your in-breath, finding a gentle half lift, lengthen and straighten up through the spine. Draw belly back. And then exhale, folding forward to deepen here. And as we're just beginning, just landing somewhere where the breath remains soft. We're not pulling or pushing at all. And taking a few moments to allow your awareness to travel over any sensation that you might be feeling in the body. And wherever that gripping or resistance lays for you today, in the hips, maybe the lower back, the upper back, can we begin to welcome and take our breath there? And just starting to give yourself permission now to slow down, especially if you've come from a busy day. Just noticing if you're feeling resistant at all to the stillness. Closing your eyes, softening your breath. And just a few more deep breaths here. Feeling as if those inhalations are filling up the back of the body, opening and expanding. And the exhalations, just release and let go. And just taking one more deep breath in here and out, and gently walking yourself all the way back up and extending the legs out in front. You can keep a nice bend in your knees here if you wish, drawing the toes back towards you. Otherwise, legs are straight, arms reach tall, sides of body open and lift. As we exhale, folding forward, knees drawing together here. And again, inhale to find that half lift, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, belly draw back as we fold forward again and pause. Feeling the shoulder blades gliding away from each other. Again, breathing into back of body. And even though it may appear from the outside as if we're nice and still, it's almost as if we're riding the wave of the breath as we inhale, subtly creating a little more length through the spine, through the backs of the legs. As you exhale, perhaps you deepen a little further. And just a few more breaths here. Softening the face, softening the fingertips. Taking one more breath in and out, and gently rolling yourself back up, crossing through the legs, taking the hands onto the knees. We're just going to start to stir through the upper body, the hips, the shoulders. So really just allowing yourself this time for a little bit of play, to release into your body however feels good for you here, forgetting how this looks, just enjoying however it feels for you. And then coming in the other direction, really seeing if we can create as much space in the hips, in the shoulders, in the ribs, and the neck as we can here. And just taking another breath in. And then making your way onto all fours, bringing the toes together, the knees wide, as we come down to our child's pose. Sit bones resting towards the heels, heart melting towards the earth. Forehead down on the mat, arms reached out long. Take a deep breath in and out. And walking the hands over to the right, creating length in the left side of the body, maybe crossing left palm over right here. Just a few breaths into side of waist and ribs. And coming back to center and taking that over to the other side. Again, melting down through the heart, anchoring through the hips. And coming back to center, floating your way back to all fours, so shoulders over wrists now and hips stacked over the knees. As you inhale, the belly drops, the heart draws through, opening, broadening through the collarbones. Take the gaze forward, pausing here. Really arching the back, spreading the palms, breathing into front of body. And on your exhalation, tuck the tail, draw the belly back, press the mat away, let the head hang heavy. Again, shoulder blades separating here, drawing up and away. This time as we inhale, belly drops, gaze forward, extending right leg back. As you exhale, round, knee to nose, pausing here. Once more, inhale, arch and extend the right toes back. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale, extend the right leg back. This time bringing the foot down, tucking those back toes, finding a gentle calf stretch here. And then we take our left hand either to the center of the mat or onto a block as we start to pivot open to the long edge of the mat. Right arm reaches to the sky. So your back leg is grounded and long, the foot is flat down on the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, top arm curls under, gentle twist here. Twice more, inhale to lift, up and away from the mat. Exhale to round. Can we reach a little further? Last one, inhale to lift. And exhale. Last breath in, reaching tall, grounding through that back foot, and then taking top arm up and over, really feeling the side of the hip open. On your next in-breath, coming all the way up and reverse, left arm reaches to the sky, right fingertips reaching down to the ankle or taking a little half bind here. Lifting out of the hips, lengthening the waist for one more breath in. And as you exhale, left hand can come down onto a block or the mat as we start to hover, right leg off, reaching top arm to the front of the room. Taking one more breath in here. And then squaring back down to the mat, bringing your palms back down here. Drawing the knee to the outside of the right elbow and then stepping the right foot forward and through, finding lizard lunge. Gently rocking your hips from side to side here as we just slowly open into that hip space. And then coming to center and pausing. Option to bring the forearms down onto a block or onto the mat as we lengthen from tail to crown of head, perhaps knocking that front knee open, coming onto the knife edge of your right foot. And just breathing here. Soften the face, soften the fingertips. And letting the hips fall heavy. Just one more deep breath in and out. And coming back onto your hands, bringing your left hand to the center of the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Now we're going to open right arm up and over as we pivot onto the knife edge of the back foot. You might want to step the front foot a little further down the mat. Gaze towards the back of the room. As you inhale, press away, lift the hips, reach top arm forward. As you exhale, let the hips fall back down. Feel the side of that bottom hip opening here. And once more, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering it back down. This time as you inhale, coming up but stepping the front foot back, Vashisthasana side plank for a moment. Our top leg is going to step back and behind. And then we lift our hips and our heart as we open to Wild Thing. Opening front of the body, taking one more breath in here. As you exhale, keeping the feet where they are, lower the hips back down. Gaze is towards the back of your mat, taking your hand to your heart, drop your chin to the chest. One more breath in and out. As we inhale, coming back up to our Wild Thing, lifting tall, reaching long, lengthen. Exhale, back to side plank Vashisthasana. Your inhalation takes you to high plank. Right leg lifts high as we push back to downward facing dog. Press through the heel. And your exhale floats you forward to pigeon pose. Right knee behind right wrist, extend left leg out long. Fingertips onto the mat. Option to take a block under your right hip here. As we inhale, open through the chest, lift front of body. As you exhale, bend the elbows, folding forward. Twice more, just like that. Inhale, drawing back, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold forward, keeping that length in front of body. Last one, inhale. Lifting it up, smooth and slow. Exhale, folding forward, taking your time. This time, option to come onto forearms or reach the arms out long. And then letting go, taking a few breaths here. Closing down the eyes. And our hips are often referred to as the seat of our soul. They can hold a lot of emotion and memory. So just know if any thoughts or feelings are coming up for you here and you feel the urge to lift away or move or open your eyes, know that that is completely normal and okay, but can you just stay and breathe? Being the witness to these things without reacting. Calm your breath, soften your belly, feeling all parts of your body connected down to the earth. And just take one more breath in here and out. And gently starting to walk the hands back towards your body. We're going to come onto the right hip, sweeping the back leg out to the side and in front. As we sit up nice and high, coming to cradle our left leg in towards our chest. So we take the foot to the crease of the right elbow and then left arm wraps around. Otherwise, we can just hold on to the outer edge of the foot, really flexing back to this left foot. Can we see if we can lift up as high as we can here, broadening through the front of the chest. Another nice option can be to bring the hands to prayer. And we're just rocking from side to side, growing tall. Just taking another breath or two here. Beautiful. And then we're going to take hold of the outer edge of our left foot with our right hand. Left hand is going to come behind us for a twist here. We can keep this left knee nice and bent if we need. Otherwise, extending out, maybe lifting left arm up for a little bit of a challenge and a balance. Again, drawing tall, opening through the sides of the body and the chest. One more breath in here. And then gently bend the knee, releasing, sweeping all the way back to pigeon pose, flexing the front foot. Now we're going to come to an active variation. So I want you to really get active through the legs, lift up. Maybe we start to lift the fingertips off of the mat. Maybe we take the arms up overhead, really pressing into that front shin. Maybe the gaze comes high. Breathing here, soften the ribs. One more breath in. Exhale, taking the hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes, sweep it back to three-legged dog. Right leg is high. Bend the knee, open through the hip. Inhale, come forward to your high plank position. Exhale, knees can come down or stay lifted, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog, draw the elbows back. Exhale, child's pose and pause. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. Inhale, floating back to all fours. Drop the belly, shine the heart through. Pausing here, spread the palms, open the collarbones. Exhale, around the tail, press the mat away, creating space in the back of your body. Your next in-breath, belly drops, arch the spine, left leg extends. Exhale, round, knee to nose. And again, inhale, slow, sweeping it back. Exhale, round, knee to nose. This time as we inhale, reaching those left toes back, finding the calf stretch here. And then taking right hand to the center of the mat or onto a block as we pivot out and open, reaching left arm up to the sky. Really grounding down through all four corners of that left foot. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, curl it under. Twice more, inhale to lift, pressing bottom hip forward. Exhale to round. Last time, inhaling to open. Exhale to round. Reaching top arm up and then the fingertips out to the front of the room, really feeling the outer edge of that left hip opening, stretching here. And then we float all the way up to a T, reach the right arm up and over, either reaching left fingertips down or taking that half bind here. Creating space through right side of body. Breath is soft. And taking one more inhale. And as you exhale, cartwheeling taking right hand down to the mat, finding our side plank variation as we reach left arm up and over, flexing through that back foot. Becoming light with the inhalation. And as we exhale, turning back to the mat, drawing the left knee to the outside of the left elbow and then stepping the foot forward. Finding a little rock from side to side with your hips as you start to sink into this left side, knowing each side might feel a little bit different for you. Taking your time. And then when you're ready, coming to your variation, maybe bringing forearms onto a block, maybe coming onto the knife edge of the front foot. Can we find length from the base of the spine to the crown of the head? So we're really opening front of body here. And maybe closing the eyes. Notice if as we move into the hips, you might start to gather tension in other parts of the body, maybe the face, the jaw, the shoulders. Taking one more breath in here. And then gently taking the hands back down onto the mat. Our right hand comes to the center this time. Tuck the back toes, lift the back of the knee. As we swivel open here, again, option to step that front foot, left foot down the mat a little. Feeling the underside of the body open. Inhale, grounding down into the feet to lift and lengthen. Exhale to lower it down. Once more, inhale, press the mat away, power through the legs and the arms. Exhale to sink the hips a little deeper. This time as we inhale, stepping up to side plank Vashisthasana for a moment. And then our top foot steps behind as we lift the hips and lift the heart up to the sky. Wild thing here. Front of body opens and expands. One more breath in. Feet stay where they are. Hand comes to the heart. As we drop the hips down to the mat, take a moment, bring your chin to the chest. Breathe. Inhale. And out. On your next in-breath, again, coming up, floating the hips, floating the heart. Gaze to the front of the room. As you exhale, stepping to Vashisthasana, side plank for a moment. Your in-breath, come back to high plank. This time, left leg sweeps up, pressing back through the heel, three-legged dog. And your exhale floats you forward, pigeon pose, left knee behind the left wrist. Coming onto fingertips. Again, option to place a cushion or a block under the left hip. Inhale, lift the heart, open the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows, bow forward. Twice more, inhaling to lift. Exhale to release. Last round, inhale to lift. Exhale, release. And staying down this time. Again, maybe coming to the forearms or reaching the arms out long. And a beautiful little quote that I heard a few weeks ago now is that silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. And it's not often that we just allow ourselves some time and space to hear what our heart has to tell us, to hear what our body has to tell us. So softening down and listening. And staying with your breath in this moment. One more breath in and out. And walking the hands back towards your body, coming onto the left hip, back leg sweeps out and in front as we bend through the knee. Again, finding your variation here as we rock through that right hip. So again, we had the option just to hold on. Otherwise, can we draw the heel in as close to the body as possible, lifting up through the heart, lengthening the back of the neck. Just another breath or two here. Beautiful, and then bringing that right leg in front, take the left hand to the outside of the foot. Right hand comes behind as we find a twist or extend through the heel, maybe reaching up for the balance. Broadening the heart and the chest, belly draws in and up. One more breath in here. And then bending right knee as we sweep the leg back, come to our active pigeon, really flexing through the front foot, grounding through the front shin, coming onto the fingertips, or maybe lifting arms up overhead. Maybe taking gaze high. Breathing here. Lower belly pulling in, shoulders soft. One more breath in. Left hands come down to the mat as we tuck the back toes, sweep the left heel high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee open through the hip. Shoulders square. Inhale forward to high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga, knees down or lifted. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. Exhale, back to child's pose, pausing here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. Floating to all fours. And we're just going to come to Malasana. So maybe coming to sit on a block here. Knees wide. Thumbs to heart space. Lifting through the heart, lengthening the back of the neck. A few breaths here. And you can stack cushions and blocks for your seat to make this a little more supported, a little more comfortable. Soften the breath. Knees pressing out, heart lifted. Just taking one more breath in here. And as you exhale, folding forward, take the hands to the mat, heel toe the feet in slightly. As we release into our forward fold, you keep your knees as bent as you need, maybe taking hold of the opposite elbow. Let the head hang. Feeling as if the sit bones are drawing up towards the sky, creating more length in the back of legs. Weight forward towards the toes. Belly soft. And one more breath in here. And as you exhale, release the hands, find a half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. And once more, inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Taking the hands down, Coming back to downward facing dog for a moment, breathe. Maybe you rock your hips a little from side to side or stay in stillness. Taking one more breath in. And as we exhale, coming back onto all fours, and we're going to come to sit down, coming to lay down on our backs. So when you're ready, just making sure your block is somewhere handy to you. Bringing the feet together again, taking hold of the ankles, pressing the knees out with your elbows if you can, still feeling the lower back and tailbone pressing down onto the mat. Gentle rock from side to side, drawing those heels in. And we take hold of the outer edges of the feet as we start to find that happy baby, rocking from side to side, hamstrings and hips opening here. Back of the head and shoulders relaxed. One more breath in. And then feet come down to the earth, around about hip distance apart. You're going to take your block or cushion in between your knees, in between your thighs, just with a gentle pressure holding it there. Arms down by the sides. Bring your heels in close to your body. And on an in-breath, we ground through the heels, lift up through the hips, send the knees forward. Exhale, lower it back down. 3 more times, inhaling to lift, option to float arms overhead. Exhale to lower. Twice more, inhale, lift. And lower. Last one, lift the hips. And lower it back down. This time as we lift up, we're going to hold at the top, interlace the palms behind the back, roll the shoulders under, press the mat away with your feet, draw the heart towards the chin. Take one more breath in. Release the hands slowly, unravel. And coming all the way back down onto the mat, take your block to the side. We're going to shift the hips over to the right slightly. Take the arms wide, right leg crosses over to left. So right leg over the left. As we come to twisted roots, let the legs fall over to the left hand side with the option to find the second wrap here, your eagle, Garudasana legs. The right foot might wrap behind the left ankle or shin. And if this feels too intense for you, feel free to just come to a gentle twist with the knees together. Or you could take a block underneath the legs just to take a little bit of an edge off here. Just breathing into the belly, into the side of the body, the hip, the ribs, the chest. Slowing it down. And taking one more breath in. And gently releasing the legs, coming back to center, hugging the thighs in, find a rock from side to side, or maybe feet come down and we find a gentle windscreen wiper here. Just releasing the twist in any way that feels good for you. And then we'll take our hips over to the left, draw the knees in, left thigh over right, arms wide, knees fall to the right side. Again, option to wrap the left foot behind the right ankle or shin. Breathing here. One more breath in. And gently release as you come back to center. Just taking a deep breath in as we reach the arms and the legs out long. And from here, bring the soles of the feet together again, your knees out wide, resting your palms on your belly here. And if this feels a little too much on your inner thighs or groins, you can always take some cushions or pillows under the thighs to support the legs. Otherwise, just closing down through your eyes and softening that inner gaze. We'll spend our last minute or two here. So again, just inviting you to be witness to the goings on inside and outside the body. Not attaching to anything, not giving it a name, just noticing. What feels alive in your body here. What can I release? What can I let go of? Feeling the head sinking down onto the mat. And the brain sinking deep into the skull. A few more breaths here, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Inviting you to stay here for as long as you can, for as long as you have today. Otherwise, just bringing the knees back towards the sky and start to bring gentle movements into the fingertips, the toes, release the neck. And once more, maybe taking a big stretch of the arms and the legs out long. Before making your way up to a comfortable seated position. With the palms resting down on the thighs or the knees, lengthening the spine. Once more softening the shoulders. Proud through the heart. Slight drop of the chin to the chest. On your in-breath, arms stretch out to the sides and up to the sky. Exhale, hands come back to heart center, thumbs on the sternum. Bowing the head inwards. And sending our deepest gratitude to this practice of yoga. Through all of the hands that it has passed to get to this point so that we can share this space of healing and wisdom together. And my deepest gratitude to you for being here, for taking this time for yourself. Knowing that Yoga has this beautiful ripple on of not just lifting us, but lifting all of the other people that we go out and have contact with as well, shining your light, sharing your peace. May we all be happy, may we all be healthy, may we all enjoy our lives with ease. Let's close our practice with a cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose, sighing to release. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.